Hello everyone, today we are going to start off Java. It's a pretty long video, like we have a pretty long series of videos. So there's the first video actually, it's just introduction to Java. So first, Java is an object-oriented programming language, and James Gosling is the person behind uh, creation of Java. He was the person who was responsible to create Java. So that's why we address him like father of Java. So today we are going to discuss absolute basics in Java. That means features of Java, and let's get started. So we are going to just see the features of Java for today, and there are actually 9 features. Actually, there are many features, but these 9 features are features where like it actually describes what kind of language is Java. So first one is platform independent. So whenever we create a Java file and we try to run it, then we get a file called .class file. I'll show you in the demonstration later in this video. So we'll get a .class file. So that .class file can be run on any system or any laptop or any PC which has Java installed in it. So that's all platform independence actually. So if I write a Java program, then if I feed the input to something called JVM, so that JVM is something called OS dependent. So JVM generally exists in different versions for different architectures of computer, for different operating systems of computer. So JVM is operating system dependent, but a Java program or a Java .class file is not like operating system dependent. So let's see our first program as well. So Control N. So whenever you save a Java program, you save it using Java extension. Let's say hello world dot Java. So this is hello world dot Java. So first, just see it as a magic show. You'll understand once we get like good knowledge on class, object, and stuff. So just see it as a magic show. Now, class hello world, and in that class hello world, let me write something called public static void, and inside this string args. So this is nothing but a main function in C. There is nothing but a main function, but in Java we call it as main method. I tell you why this big line. Like you can simply write main, but why are we writing public static void main string args inside that? Let me I'll tell you in my later videos. So yes, when I discuss about static, and yes, then at that time I'll tell you what is why do we write this big line. So just writing, just printing out. So to print a message in Java we use system.out.println. Inside let's write hello world. followed by a semicolon, and just save this. So in order to run this particular Java file, we have to use two steps. One is Java compilation, and then we have to run the Java code. For that, let's open our command prompt. Windows R, let's say cmd, sorry, Windows R cmd. So my command prompt is open. Now I'm going to navigate to the place where I have saved my Java file. So it's in Y, it's Java is my folder, sorry. So it's in Java folder. Now first thing I have to compile a code. So that means I have to save this program. It's successfully saved. So to compile a code, we must use a command called javac space whatever file name we are given dot java. Here in our case the file name is hello world.java, so we have to give hello world.java. Later, once there are no errors, we have to write java space hello world. So now let's write java c space hello world.java. So it has returned nothing. That means there are no errors in the code. So if, for example, if I get an error, let me show you how it looks. Yes, Java, there's a program name hello world.java, and at the line in line 6 I have missed a semicolon. So yes, that's how uh, that's how you'll get errors. So java c space hello world.java, again recompiling the program. To run this, java space hello world. Yes, this is the output which we got. So I told you earlier that if I compile this particular program, we'll get a file called .class file. So let me show you where is that .class file. See, there is a .class file which is generated. So let me try to open this .class file in my atom. This is the .class file. Like, it's non-human readable. You can read some parts, but you can't read each and everything. So let's close this. Now let's get back into our work. So we were discussing about platform independence. So this platform independence, like I showed you, the .class file which is existing, which appeared after compiling that particular program, can be executed on any other this thing, like any other operating system. So that's called platform independence. And next thing is object-oriented programming. Object-oriented programming is, as I mentioned the definition, like it's a Java is an object-oriented programming language. So we are going to see something called caps lock, sorry, abstraction, uh, encapsulation, and let's say inheritance, and let's say poly. So this is what we are going to see. And next feature of Java is simple to implement. For this, uh, if you have like if you know C language, we have something called pointers, dynamic memory allocations, structures, and whatnot. You'll have all the nonsense in that C language. But trust me, C language is the father of all programming languages, so don't neglect C. So in Java, we don't have all those. Like we don't have concept of pointers. We don't have concepts of dynamic memory allocations. We don't have concepts of structures and all of those things. So it is let me also tell you this, that it is not simple. Like it's not simple writing Java code. See, its code complexity is high, like syntax complexity is high. So that's what it's simple to implement, but it's not simple to write. So next thing is robust. So early identification of, let me write it here, identification of errors is called as robustness of a language. So for example, uh, in earlier program I've showed you that I've missed a semicolon in my line 6. So at the time of compilation itself, it shows me errors, that what all errors I have to correct. So that's called robustness of that particular language. Next thing is secured. So secured means we can achieve by, for example, in C language, if we have written an array in C language, what happens means, so if I have written like int a, which is an array, and I've mentioned the size of array as 10. So if I'm at the ninth location, like from 0 to 9, if I'm at the ninth location, and by mistake if I increment my counter variable I, then I'll be at the 10th location. So 10th location is out of the array, so I'm able to access that location as well. So that's a security flaw in C. Whereas in Java, if you try to do such things, you'll get an exception. So we'll also tell you what is an exception. Exception is an unhandled error. So that exception you have to solve by yourself, or Java provides you with default exception handlers. So please don't worry about that. We'll get to that shortly. Next, and also you can develop secure web application with backend scripts of Java servlets. So Java is everywhere. Like nearly 3 billion devices run on Java. Even your Android phone or iPhone, they run on Java. Yes. Next thing is portable. Write once, run anywhere. As I mentioned earlier, that.class file. That.class file can be run on any machine, independent of architecture, independent of operating system, independent of the JVM or JDK. Uh, the JVM and JDK must be installed. Like the versions of JVM or JDK may change, but that .last file can be run anywhere. Next is multi-threading. So this multi-threading concept is a bit trickier if you don't concentrate on this. So what is multi-threading means? Concurrent execution of several parts of program. So concurrent execution means some people say it as a simultaneous execution, but it's not. Concurrent, it's multi-threading is concurrent execution, not simultaneous execution. So please keep this thing in mind. Next is distributed applications. These applications can be generally called as applications which can be run on multiple systems, at the same time. So Java also provides that feature as well. And next thing is architecture neutral. So in C language, for example, in C language, why I'm taking the reference to C mean, because most of you start programming from C. So in C language, I recommend you to also learn C from different sources. I'm not taking C because C is not that great language to be on YouTube. So the architecture neural, for example, if you have an integer in 16-bit integer variable in 16-bit uh, compiler of C, it allocates only 2 bytes of memory. Whereas if it is a 32-bit compiler, it locates 4 bytes of memory. So to avoid this complexity, like to promote this platform independence, to promote this, they have introduced this like architectural neutral. So by default, uh, in Java, its integer size is 4 bytes. No matter what version of Java or what architecture or what bit compiler you're using for Java. So it's standard 4 bytes. So that's it. So these are the features of Java, and I'll also post this in my GitHub. I'll give you the link. Please go through this link in GitHub. Also, thank you for watching this video. The next video will be on the object-oriented concepts of Java. Thank you.